Welcome back everyone to Terminus Zombie Survivors, the Last Escape DLC. And in the last episode, we finally got to the end game. We 200 trust with Terminus. They told us to go out and rescue the train engineer from the main map, which we went and did. And then they told us to go and get some guns, which we luckily, because we're loot orders, we already had in our car. And now we're on a tile in the north of the zone, clearing the platform. Now we do have reduced movement cost here, so that's helping us out. We do have 3 people helping us out. As you can see, one of them is bleeding. Because they are very gun happy and they do like to shoot guns a lot. Now we did decide to bring all our people together because it was just too much with trying to defend this side and defend the others when there's a load of zombies coming in. So I'm hoping, I think it's Carlos off to our right, he's still okay. We know Marcus is bleeding, so we could do a trying to get over there and see if we can trade him a bandage to get rid of that. But hopefully they loot or something if they need to. Now you're the biggest problem we are going to have to deal with. We are out of bullets on Barry. Sandy's got some in the bag. How many did Sandy actually manage to pick up? 9. So we want to get them bullets. We do have a grenade, which is a good option, but nothing's really too great. I mean, I could drop a grenade here. It would kill pretty much all these here, which I'm not against. It would actually help us out a bit. So yeah, why not? Choose a grenade. Let's throw it there and let's just hope we don't kill our character. But yeah, we could tell... We could take out the mighty. 4 zombies with a grenade, I think that's good enough. Yeah, so it was the distance I thought. So we've severely weakened this one, so that one's an easy one for Sandy. So Sandy's main problem is coming to this one, and then try and save Marcus. So let's go over to Barry first, because Barry's got a nice little group in front of him. So 6.1 there, so you're going to have to take this up with an axe, because your spears can't do it. How many's on there? You've got 3 people on there we can all take out with spears. And then we've got another wave coming in behind. So I might be able to take out these 4 people with spears. That's all next to us, and then we can assess where the next group is coming from. Now, if there is any sort of ammo on the floor, then that might be good to pick up as well. We've got another batch here. I just need to make sure nobody can get to Barry from this side. They can't. And again, there is so much stuff here to loot, but we don't need the loot at this point. I'm tempted to take Barry over there, but I think Barry's safe where they are until next turn. And then we'll make a push forward. You can't get to Barry. I'm just checking everybody's movement. No. So everybody's pretty much good. So we'll go back to Sandy. So you need to get somewhere around this guy. And then you're out of range of everybody. So we'll come up and kill this guy. We might be able to do it in one hit with the axe. No, we didn't get quite unlucky on it. And then we'll switch to the spear. So at the moment, we're just really concentrating on 2 only. 2 weapons. The spears and the axes. We'll go onto there because we can just pick up the stuff. Don't want to take our AP up too much, but we are reduced here. And can we give you anything? So we can actually see what they've got. They've got a lot of rotten stuff on them. We might be able to actually take stuff off them, I don't know. Yeah, it looks like we can. They do have a body armor, so that's nice. We did have some in the car. We didn't even think of bringing... Well, I didn't think of bringing them here. But you need a bandage. Oh, actually, you do have a bandage on you. So you're pretty good. Are you going to overcap anything? You're not. So I'm just going to pass the turn. I really do want Carlos to come and join us again. Clear one end of the map. Yeah, Carlos is coming back over, so that's what I wanted. We only left him a couple of zombies over there. Okay, that's nice. They managed to take out 3 up at the top there. They are moving a bit close to the big guys. Lucky on that one couldn't get to you because he does it very hard, that one does. That mighty zombie. It's not giving us any sort of idea of how many zombies are here. So it's not giving us a counter. Maybe at some point it will say like 6 zombies left or 26 zombies left or something. Still the zombies' turn, so there's still a lot of zombies on the tile. Okay, so we've got the AP amount showing on us, so that's their turn done. Okay, so Sandy can go back into the forefront of everything. There's a nice little group here. There's a nice group up there. Do I want to take these out? Or do I want to take this group out? Helmeted, Mighty. I think I want to take the Mighty out. Because he can do 12 to 15 attack. 4 to, well, nearly 5 times. Yeah, we'll bring Sandy up here, and then we'll see how we're looking on AP. 2 hits on you, brilliant. Probably going to need another one on you after. 5.4, I think that was your spear, wasn't it? No, 5.1. So we'll just stick with the big axe. And we get the crit on the very last hit. So I'm just going to keep Sandy where they are a second, and then I'm going to see how Barry copes with this area down here, because he's got quite a bit of trouble. So he's going to have to do a lot with his big axe. Go forward, because I can't take you out with a spear. What about you? No, you need a big axe as well. What about you? Yeah, you need a big one as well. So you can only move 1, you can move a lot, you can move a fair bit. So let's bring you down to this side, just to see. Well, I'm guessing that how big Terminus is how big this zone's going to be. So I'm expecting there to be quite a bit more. Now, we did start on the right-hand side when we zoned through. So at some point, we're going to see a left exit down here. I'm pretty confident on it. Let's take you out, and then we'll just assess. We've still got a lot of AP, so we could come over and kill this guy. We could come up and kill the fat one up there. I think coming up and killing the fat one is going to be the better option. Because if we leave the ones with low HP, they should be able to kill them with 1 or 2 gunshots. Okay, so there's a couple there with quite a bit of movement. I'm thinking bringing Barry here, try and take out these, would be the better call. Okay, so we've got another... We've actually seen the cab of a train. There's a lot of people that can move a lot around here. Switch over to the big axe again. 2 hits. No, we're not going to be lucky. But we can switch to our spear for you. Spear can take you out. So where are we looking? 2.1 left. Just need to make sure. So we're not out of the range of the ones to the left and the one to the bottom. What about you? We're out of the range of you. So there's these group up here what has to be killed by Sandy. And if Sandy gets up to around here, none of these can get to Sandy then. So at least we know where we need to do. So this is the next group we need to take out. You're going to be low enough for a spear. You're going to be low enough for a spear. Then we'll switch to the big axe for you. 5.1 is exactly spear territory with you. So we know we're safe from all these over here. We've got 2 at the top, but we could uncover more. But technically nobody can get to us where either of our characters are. So I think that's a great place to call the turn. 4.4 on there, so you get your food and water topped up a bit. You can use that again in another 4 turns. That's going to be 4 water gone. So yeah, so you're safe to drink your water on this turn. And what about Barry, food-wise? Yeah, you're saying 4.4, so you need to get down to 25.6 before we'll get anything with you, and then we'll do your water after we've eaten. So yeah, that's another good turn. I am glad that the NPCs are trying to stay at max distance. They are missing a lot by doing that, but it does mean that they're not a liability of getting themselves killed. especially being as though they're supposed to have combat training. So this left-hand side actually looks as if we brought most of the group in. I'll have a check of the quest and see if it's coming up with how many's left to kill. Will take a little while, so these are the zombies out of screen at the moment where it's happening. And there it is. Just come up with the time, so that turn's gone. So, Sandy. Let's deal with these up here. Spear. Can we do you with the spear? Yep. Two turn. Reach. We'll come and take the mighty with Sandy. That was a lovely crit on the first hit. 7. So if I put Sandy there, takes out the big one. Everybody else is within spear. Let's close here. Now, if I'd have thought about it, Barry, let's just come up one. What books they're giving us? Head Strike, that's actually a good book. We're not in a position to be able to do anything yet, and we might not have time to read any more books for the rest of this run. I don't know. But I want them gun bullets for Barry, so Barry gets other options. So like this guy down here, Barry could run up to him, or they could just take him out with the gun. So it is looking as if there's no more zombies here. %43% chance because you're slightly out of range. That's actually not bad for a pistol at that range. What about you? 20% far, so 48% chance. So we could possibly take you out. I think I'm going to move Barry over to the left just to try and get an edge of how far the zone goes across. Okay, so there is a lot more down here. That's coming in slowly. I was expecting the zone to be quite big because the Terminus zone is quite big. Okay, nice crit on there. We can do you with spears. We don't need to use it because we haven't got many bullets. Probably use the gun on you because I don't think the spear can reach to where you are. No, you're just one out of range. And you can't get to us. You can't get to us. So Barry's fine. They can store a bit of AP for the next turn. Sandy. I'm just having a look to see if there's any more like bullets on the floor that's dropped. We could put you there. Again, I don't want to be retreating. I'd rather just keep moving forward. Okay, so there's no more zombies up here by the looks of it. Couple of easy ones there. Part of me just wants to loot everything, but I just know that's not a good thing when we're fighting everybody. And I think I'm just going to keep Sandy there. And the NPC should run up and start killing stuff. Unfortunately, it's doing it off screen. I would like to be able to see that footage of the NPC's view. But they are being fairly sensible, staying fairly close to us and not just running the other end of the zone. Okay, we've got a big guy coming in there and a bit of lag there. Okay, 3 big ones up there. Nice little group where Sandy can go and stand in the middle and take them all out. Still processing a lot of zombies. You can tell how long the zombie turn is. It's nowhere near as difficult as, say, the army base. Having the reduced cost makes it a lot easier. So yeah, Sandy, I want you to stand right in the group here. We'll clear it and then we'll see who can get to you after that. So there's quite a few big ones in this group. Okay, that was a nice one on you. Never gives me the crit on the first hit. Okay, before we do anything else, that spear is looking a bit low. and the fire axes as well. So that means Barry's weapons are going to start going down pretty fast. There's a nice canned meal there. We can take you out without moving. I think if I come there, I'm just trying to... I need to kill this guy. This is a big problem down here. Just because these are so tough. I would have liked to see more evolutions in here. With zombies on there. So, stronger, tougher ones. Because a lot of these zombie types are like from games like Cataclysm. And there's definitely mutations in there what could easily be brought to this game for more tougher variants. Not saying they have to copy everything. I just definitely think there's some work that could be done. So we definitely need to be backing off really from that group. Could come over and kill you. Yeah, it just keeps going. So this is a massive zone. This is going to take us probably most this episode to clear. So I just need to get out to the range of these. So where the Bible is, I think, is the best. So one tile back from the Bible, and you can't do it. So I think there is a good place. You can't get to us, and none of these can get down to us. So Sandy's done some good work. Barry, your turn now. Now you're going to need an axe, so we'll move forward one. .5.1, I don't think your spear can do that. No, it's only 4.4 with you. But look at the axe. It's nearly broke. So yeah, we do need to meet up. Because the best weapons are starting to run down now on both characters. I do really wish I would have crafted an advanced repair kit before we come into here. Pistol on the ground there. You need quite a bit, but we do have enough where we could do something with you. Yeah, you do have such a great range. I need to do something with you. Even if I have to batter you down with a shovel. Nice crit there. We do have a couple at the top here. We've not a massive amount of HP, so yeah, I think I'm going to come and take these out. .4, we could just switch to something like a knife. And probably get you with a couple of spirits. Oh, got him one. That's great. And I think if we move there, keeping our characters together. And Sandy, how many charges do you have left? Because you definitely need to be repairing some stuff. We have 2 charges. So unfortunately, that's just going to have to go on the big axes. Yeah, we're going to have to keep it for the big axe. 56%, 64%. So we're probably going to need to put another one on there at some point. What do we get off these? Only 52. So a couple of more hits in that. We'll use that there. We can craft up more with the resource in the car, but unfortunately, we should have brought more axes and stuff with us. We could zone back through. We know there's a pile of axes just on the other side of Terminus. So maybe when we get this other entrance down to the left-hand side down here, we'll zone back and get one person to go and pick up a load more axes. Even if they're not the best. But I think that's about as good as we can do. Nobody can get to us, and hopefully the NPCs. We do have some repair glue, saying that, on the floor. So just to the south of where Logan was, just there's a repair glue I can see there. That's another way of repairing it. Or don't just need kits. So if we find glue, that's an option. Okay, that was a nice amount of armor you took off him. But you are running right the way up into the dangerous people that could take you out. Carlos is bleeding again, so he hasn't got another bandage. He already used his bandage. Some ammo up to the top left where that zombie's just passed. And more coming in from the south. And some coming in from behind us as well. So, okay, Sandy, we want to get you in the thick of things again. We'll move you there. Don't need to pick up all the rags now. We've got, actually, just keep about 10 on us, and just force of habit of having to keep picking them up. So yeah, massive group here. This might have been good for the grenade as well, but we've used it. We don't have any more, and we didn't get round to making any Molotovs, unfortunately. I want you to go here, kill this guy here. And Carlos, oh, Carlos has got a bandage, that's fine. I thought they'd used it, but no, it wasn't Carlos. We could probably... Oh no, you've got some HP drugs as well, so hopefully you have the common sense to use that. And all these are running in with body armour. We could take the wood glue off you. How is your weapons doing with condition? I am going to take the wood glue off you. And because you're mainly shooting, you're down to your last bullet, so they should be good. Let's go into the middle and take this big guy out here. Use the spear. Spear's not going to be good enough for this one, so it's going to have to be an axe. Okay, so where have we got? We've got another big guy in the middle there. That is going to have to be our priority. Could have done without that to miss. Now we are in the thick of things. So let's pop over to Barry. Take that to bleed him notice off. Okay, so you can go a lot. So Barry, you are going to have to take this one out, otherwise it's just going to be right on us. You not so much, that's fine. We want to bring you up in the group just to help Sandy out a bit. So you do have a lot, but Sandy can move one tile to get away from you. You two have a lot. So if we use a big axe on you, and we can use a spear on you because you're low enough. Okay, so just making sure that nobody can go further than where Sandy is on this group. So the only one is move back one and you're safe from this guy. But then you would be a problem. So let's move back to there. Sandy's safe from most people. Or most zombies, shall I say. Barry, you've still got about 7.8, so you can still help take some of these people out. So let's come and take this one out. And then you might have to back up a little bit. A big axe there. Just going to double check the condition on that weapon now. We'll let it drop down. I just want to make sure I don't over cap a weapon, because we might need that condition at some point. Okay, so you can't get to us. You can't. You could. So we just have to move back a square with Barry. And I think we're safe then. I think that's a pretty good turn. Sandy used everything they had. There is some bullets up there we can go and pick up in a minute. If Barry wanted to, they could start shooting some stuff like up here. Let's see what our chance is. 65% chance. Yep, I'm willing to do that. Can't quite take that out. What about these two here? Can you do these? 5.8. So we'll take the 5.6 one out. Still got a 60% chance. Just makes it a little bit safer. And if we can get this one, it'll be a bonus. Only a 20%, so I'm not going to. So yeah, I think we had another good turn then. Let's have a look at food-wise. So we've got another 6 turns on here. We'll eat it just about in time. And then we'll top your water up. Your morale is not looking the best. I little bugged out in the last episode about losing the one with 8 charge because I forgot to drop it on the floor. And then I kept the one with the 1 charge. But yeah, Barry's pretty good now. Let's just make sure Sandy's looking good. So yeah, Sandy still has 2, so we need to wait another turn until you get down to about, what, 25.6 before you use it. So yeah, we won't do the water on you. And we don't need to use any morale until we drop down to 18. So yep, that's a good turn. Hopefully Carlos has used that bandage he's got on him. I think these might have infinite ammo, because they do seem to be using their gun all the time even though they've got no ammo. Which is good, because I wouldn't like them to run into melee range. They're not as efficient with killing people as we are. That's not too bad. 5 invisible sight. There's a lot still in the background because it's taking so long with the turn still. Okay, so I wish you would have used your HP to heal yourself. At least you got rid of your bleeding, so that's a good thing. So Sandy coming in this group here. And then we've got another group behind it. But one group at a time. Can we take you out? No. Let's have a look at the ammo. What's the ammo doing? That's fine. We can take it out with the ammo. Save a bit of condition on our big weapon. 6.5, possibly spear. Sorry, not spear, shovel. That's good. You will have to move closer to kill. You are one of the more powerful zombies. But we can easily take you out in one. What have we got? One turn. There's another group down here that would be nice to get in the middle of. Which I think might be a good idea. I can get at least 2 attacks off on these people. As long as... okay, you've got a bit of movement there in the back. .8. I just need to pay attention. So let's bring Barry up and see what Barry can do. We'll bring Barry to that square there. Should be able to take out these 2. And I think this is spear territory for these. Okay, so who can get to Sandy? You could. If we stand there, we can take both these out with spears. Okay, you can't get to us, that's fine. You can't get to us, you can't get to us. You could get to Sandy. But you're only 6.2, we might be able to take you out with the gun. Perfect. Crafting recipe book as well, might be the rake we was after. But I think that's a good turn. Barry isn't going to overcap, we can save some for next turn. Or we could send Barry up to go and kill this one. Which I'm not against. 3.6, so we only need to be there because... can any of these get to us? No, but not by the looks of it. These would have to go around the train. But we could use a spear for 2-tile radius on these spears I'm using. And we actually never found the recipe for the machete spear. Which I thought we would have done by now. Yeah, I think we're pretty good there. I could start running up. Just stuff like this, but all I'm going to do is uncover more. So no, I'm happy with that turn. Okay, we're working as a good team here. Everybody's moving forward. So I'm guessing there's no more zombies to the left, being as though Carlos has run off to the right. And is trying to do these down the bottom of the train now. And that's where Marcus is going. But there's a lot down there you just literally run into. So we can see the fighting going on. It's not looking good for Marcus. He's at half health. And bleeding, so we're going to have to get down there and rescue him. Otherwise he's not going to survive. And I'm guessing there's probably some sort of achievement by completing this with everybody surviving. Okay, so there is still some more bigger ones coming in from the left, but we need to get down to the south. Sort of that 4 group underneath Marcus is where Sandy's going to have to go. take the bleeding notification off. And we need to be down here. No possible path. So we'll stop off for some snacks on the way. Can you get down there now? You can. So I think we just need to go here. Barry can always deal with this. And we should have access to the other exit down here pretty soon. So let's do what you can do. So the biggest ones to take out is you. And you. The rest is all spear stuff. Now, is there any others that's near with spears? That's fine. You can get done. What about you? 2.9, yep. So move you there and take out this guy. And then we might be able to trade some stuff to help. So what have you got? You've got no bandages, so we'll give you a bandage. You've got HP drugs. We'll give you a 5 just in case you don't want to use the big ones because it will overcap you. You're actually not showing a gun even though you have been shooting with a gun unless you've dropped it on the floor. There is a pistol down here, but I think that was from a zombie. And Sandy's got enough to take this out and then we'll have to bring Barry down, I think. Just to be certain that this NPC survives. We want all to survive if possible. So Barry is going to come and take this one out first. But we are safe from where this is. Carlos could easily take that one out. But Barry has got to pass the way. So none of these can actually get to us. So Barry doesn't desperately need to come down. He can come and deal with these two here. And get a little bit more visibility of what's happening behind. Let's switch to the spear for this one. Okay. We had a very low chance it wasn't going to happen. Now, we are out of range of pretty much everybody. Nobody can actually get to us. Logan will probably start taking this group. We'll attract this guy into us. He isn't nimble, so we will avoid. We could just run up. Yeah, we'll run up. Don't need to avoid things at the moment. Just get an idea of... But you'll see just how big this zone is. We can hit you... Gonna probably be 2 hits to be able to take you out, though. I'm willing to do it just without moving into range of everybody. But none of these can get to us down here. You can't get to us. And none of these can get to us. So I think Barry's okay. Save a little bit. Now, leather gloves are almost worn out. But we did bring the other pair for that reason. Okay, so that's fine. We can get rid of that warning. Marcus hopefully should. Because there's no way I can say use an item on you. I can only give the stuff. You have to make the choice. Okay. So Sandy, you got 2 turns to eat this, so we might as well eat it and then we'll eat the next turn as well. So we can drink water. Just so we don't have them going stale and having negative morale. Just make sure Barry can't eat. No, that's fine. We'll pass the turn. I think I'm happy with that turn again. Again, I'm seeing a lot of stuff off screen, so unfortunately not getting the best. I should have probably been on Sandy because there was quite a few enemies down there. But the zombie turn is getting less and less. So that's a good sign. Okay, there's definitely a fence I can hear being banged on in the background. So I'm guessing there's like a fence. Hopefully there's not another platform on the other side. Otherwise this could be 2 or 3 episodes to clear this zone alone. Okay, so let's go back down to Sandy because they probably got the most trouble. So Carlos has got rid of the bleed. I would like him to actually use the HP drugs I've given, but he's not doing it. They're not great. So Sandy can come in the middle of these three, and then we'll go up to that northern group. Well, we are going to be running out of weapons pretty soon. Okay, another crafting book there. I would like to go and pick up all these, but I just can't afford to. I can move into the middle there. We could take out one. Probably two. Or I could take out this little group down here. I mean, this would be the better group to take out because it's a lot more big people. So yeah, we'll go there. Try and use the axe and hopefully get a crit. No. That's nice. 2 hits I can live with. We have got these AP items I've got to remember. We can take you out. We can't take you out, so we would have to be back onto this square for 0.7. Or this square for 0.7. Now we're going to stop you where you are and let's see what Barry can do. Can Barry get down here? No, we'd have to go all the way back to come back round. Which I'm not against, to be honest. Go as far as you can. I think we just need to stop as a group again. We are getting a little bit split up. Let's move as far as I can. 1.8 to there. I'm just going to have a nose. Okay, so there's one zombie down the very bottom there. 2 NPCs here. I'm not so certain where the third one is. I think you need to come in and kill this guy. You've got a lot of AP. 4.5. I was going to say, we've got to get unlucky not to kill that. Go there. Take you out with an axe. .9. I need to move in with an axe. So let's come out of this menu. Let's get Sandy to use that last charge they've got on them. %. What would the glue give? We'll use the glue. What about this? Yeah, we'll put some on your long knife spear. So Barry's has used everything they can. We do have another piece of glue there. So Sandy, is there any of your weapons that's desperate? Yeah, that's going to need it in a second. So yeah, we've repaired up what we can. Barry, you still have a little bit of life, so we just need to make sure we can't get any of these hitting us. So there's just this one here to take out. Let's use the hammer or something. Just save a bit of condition on our better items. Now Barry could come down here and take out these. It would be less for the NPC to do. Okay, so you would need to save some AP to get back a square. Just because of this big guy here. Let's just make sure that's still true. Yeah, 1 square back. And then you get out of the range. And then hopefully the NPCs follow us. Is that the best I can do? Yes. Okay, Sandy, you have a... Oh no, you still have 3 more turns on there, so you haven't got to use it this turn. We can wait till you actually need it, and that's probably the same for Barry. 4.4. We still have the 2 meals in there. 82 and 75 as well. Yeah, we'll wait till the next turn to eat with Barry. And again, I'm missing the action with the NPCs. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm running back round to the right. So it's probably that guy we passed on the platform. Okay, well, they managed to take out the big guy, so that's really good. Don't know where the third NPC went. Now it is showing that I'm still alive. And he's still at full health, the other one is as well. The fence must be to the north, but it's hard to pinpoint. It's a 1 hour until night. I'm thinking backing off and getting some sleep would be a good idea. But let's just try and find this exit down to the safe. So Sandy in the middle of these two is a perfect position. .6. What's the pliers doing on people? I just want to use something that's not my usual weapons. Well, we do have 2 spanners. No, unfortunately not. So we'll just use a knife. We've got loads of knives. And then we need to switch back to our big weapon for this one. Unless I got a crit, there was no way I could take that out. 1.4, so let's try and use some of the other weapons we've got sitting on us, or tools, shall I say. So you could go quite far. Okay, Barry. We'll use you next. Gonna get you to stand in the middle of the 3. There's the other exit down there. And I think I am going to be doing that on the next turn. Zoning through and hopefully the NPCs follow us. It doesn't seem to give us a time on here. But I'm thinking we need sleep. And if we can get some sleep, I can also make at least 1 more advanced repair kit, repair up all the weapons, and probably start bringing 2 axes with everybody. So Barry, what can you do with your spears? Fortunately, not too much. I think you could take this out with a spear. All these look like them too strong. A 5.4, what's yours? We'll use the shovel. We've got. Can't believe that didn't kill it. .1. Okay, Barry's still got 11. I think I'm going to bring Barry down to this group. Just to sort of get our exit point. That's only 1 point something. 2.1. Move over to you. Okay, so we've sort of got our zone point clear to get out the next turn. There is 1 zombie left up there. We can take out. But yeah, we've got to regroup. There is 1 up there. If I go there for 0.7. Yeah, I think we've got to. There, how far? 0.8 down there. With some nice books and stuff on the floor, it would be nice to loot. And there's another group. That's where they've been hitting the barricades. So we couldn't see these before. And luckily none of them can get to Sandy this turn. Okay, the survivors are running around on the top because you can see the train sort of visibility being available just in the top left of the screen. So that's where the final NPC went. That's a good amount of killing from Marcus then. Now the guy at the top is bleeding, so we're going to have to send somebody up with bandages to help him. So I think I can see an exit up in the very top corner of the screen behind the day 16. You can see a zombie walking up there and you can see the edge of the train. So I think we've got a shortcut to get up to the other NPC. But there's a lot of zombies here still. Now we're not out of weapon charge yet, so we can continue on with this. But this is a bit of a slog, this zone is. Still say it's nowhere near as hard as the army base. think I need to clear this group to the left-hand side so Logan has a way down. The fried rice is going to be stale, that's fine. It's night time, it's fine. Logan's bleeding. Okay. So Sandy, let's get your light on. We have quite a bit of charges on that, so that's fine. There is a big group over there. Axe weak. So we could pick up that axe to continue on. So let's go here first. We could do these with the shovel. What about you? So I need to move closer to get these two big ones. Has to be the big axe. And let's move. If we move one, we've got a nit on somebody. That's about it. Okay, Barry, it's your turn to come up. Just want to make sure that other NPCs follows us down and he's got a path to get through safely. 5.6 is probably your shovel, not quite. Okay, has to be the axe. What about you? 6.4 has to be an axe. And Barry, you might as well pick up the axe underneath you. Let's switch to the other axe. What are you? So it's less powerful. So 7.9 minimum. And you can go with something like the dagger. I'm going to try and get some more visibility over this way, just to see what we was dealing with. Okay, one can get to me. And I think the NPC's coming down this way, but we've got these two, so we don't have to clear everything out. We could probably take you out with the spear on Sandy. Now, nobody can get to us that we can see. How's Barry doing with that? Hey, Barry's still got a bit. So I think I'm going to move Barry in. And I think... would it be nice to... How much have you got on your light? Yeah, we'll use it. Just to make sure there was nobody standing behind him. Okay, that was a beautiful crit. And a 7 on you. We'll go up and take this out as well. That was a good amount of work. Hopefully the NPC follows us and I do want to get out on the next turn. So we can see a couple on the front of the train with the round circles. Okay, so they killed the one at the front of the train. I could see the round circle on. Okay, that was a weird sound. It sounded like somebody just died. Barry, put your light on again. I need to get eyes on the NPC because that didn't sound good. Try and get to that square. Oh, there's a fence there. I never even realised. Yeah, NPC just died. And this is... Okay, so we can't save everyone, unfortunately. You're doing 7.9. We'll use you for a couple of things. I mean, I could just shoot these two and it would save me the AP cost. Okay, we're out of the range of that, but there is a loot pile underneath us, so that means, yeah, the NPC definitely died. And yeah, they've disappeared off the menu at the top there. We'll take all the loot. Yeah, I just couldn't be everywhere at once. And again, I'm thinking if you do 3 people, is it still going to allow you to get the 3 survivors? So you can have one person shadowing everybody, but yeah. I did say he needed to come with us down in the south. And yeah, there's unfortunately no way of controlling it. So Barry, you can't do a lot. I'm going to be sending you back through the zone. We need sleep. We could take energy drinks just to keep us going, but the light conditions as well gone. So which one did we actually lose? Well, we've got Marcus there, and we've still got Carlos. So it was Logan. Was it Logan? So let's continue with Barry, because we've just got to make this safe. And hopefully these people follow us back through, otherwise they're all going to end up dying. I tried my best to get everybody through. Okay, Sandy. We might have to send you out to the car because we need to get the recipe. At least one advanced repair kit, if not two. Or we could just pick up some weapons from the bottom. Maybe 3 of the top axes. Each person, so another 2. Which is somewhere over here. Just trying to get to my loot pile. Let's just have a look at how many of the good axes we've still got here, because we did take along the car for trading. 3.3s. Those are all doing 2s. Yeah, all around 3 of these axes, so we'll just take them all. But we definitely need some sleep. 0.9s. I mean, some of the crowbars could be good as a backup as well. Maybe take the 90i. Yeah, your AP shouldn't really make much of a difference. And then we're going to send you over to the kitchen, see if we can get another meal. Yeah, we can get another meal. That's perfect. And next turn we'll get Barry through as well. But you need sleep. So you've got a little bit of AP. You need to eat your food. Okay, so it is stale, so you are losing a little morale. But that's fine. You're about to sleep. We can fill up our bottles in the morning. And we have a porridge there, and Barry still has another 3 on him. So we don't need to go back and cook yet. So all we need to do is sleep. Then we'll go back onto Barry. And next turn, we can get you down through the gate somewhere. So we'll come this way. I'm just hoping the NPCs follow us. Otherwise, they're both going to end up perishing. Now, you might have some food on you still. You do. We'll eat it. It's just gone stale, but that's fine. We'll end up eating that, and then you've got the 2 in there. We'll end up eating later. So, yeah, we can wait the satiety to go down. We actually don't need a lot of water because a lot of it's going to be coming from the porridge. But, yeah, 2 porridges each. That's actually quite nice. Trying to see if I can get to bed. Not quite. Now, they are still on the other zone because it's passing the zombie turn quite long. So we just got to hope they don't kill themselves while we're trying to sleep. And we can just use some of your AP. I don't think we used it on Sandy, but that's fine. I think the edge strike is probably going to be better. We'll just put some into there. And then you're going to end up sleeping as well. And I think that is going to be a great place to call it. So there isn't going to be much cutting away with this episode. It's just all going to be up in that northern zone. I haven't done any sort of reading or sleeping, so I haven't got to cut away. But yeah, we've done pretty well. Hopefully the NPCs come back through. If they don't, they've got drugs to deal with the elves. I don't know why they're not taking the HP drugs. and there's no way of me healing them directly that I can find. But yeah, we definitely need sleep before we continue on. So in the next one, we will be going back for the zone. Hopefully the NPCs are still alive. If not, we'll clear it on our own. We'll figure out how we're going to do it in the next episode, but that's a great place to call it. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you all again soon.